Heartache and confusion for the state of New York as the investigation continues into Manhattan's most recent deadly mass shooting.
We lost 4 souls to another senseless act of gun violence, including a member of the New York City Police Department.
You know, the idea that there's a whole generation that came up preparing for school shootings and now is experiencing office shootings. I mean, this is not a sustainable way for our society to progress.
What details we're now learning about the shooting and the accused gunman's past and how this could help law enforcement pin down a motive.
More than a dozen state attorneys general are now pushing back against recently proposed data collection efforts by the White House. Hear why they argue doing so could endanger already vulnerable populations.
A political battle now being waged in Texas as Republicans look to redraw congressional maps ahead of next year's midterms. How doing so could affect Democrat-led states and what stance Governor Newsom is taking on this issue.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
And we begin this hour with a live look at the Sundial Bridge in Reading. A nice shot to get you going to start off your Tuesday morning. Good morning. I'm Carl Cook.
I'm Liz Gonzalez.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday morning. Things getting back to normal, mainly because Liz is back.
Yeah, I'm back. We're still waiting for Kim to come back, though.
Yeah, well, sure.
That's when things will be back to normal. Maybe normal.
Well, you're bringing us a sense of it.
Okay.
Normal-esque.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm good with the esque.
Yeah, which is where our temperatures are going to be, normal-esque.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you know, it's the normal hot that we get. You know, I keep hearing from people this has been like a mild summer, and honestly, it has. We haven't had extreme heat at all. Well, not at all, but
I just love how things cooled down as soon as I left the country.
Yeah, you missed
and then all of a sudden it's back to 90s. When I left,
Yeah.
it was triple digits. What's up with that?
Coincidence?
Yeah, you missed the low 90s. It was beautiful, but today, normal heat. So here we go.
I got the rain with me in Mexico.
Well, thanks for not bringing that back. Here's a look at what's going on right now. It's 69 degrees at the moment. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 6 miles an hour, dew points of 52. Rest of the day, check it out. At 10 a.m., it's going to be 79. At noon, 86. And at 5 o'clock, it'll be 97 degrees. Wind speeds picking up at the end of the day for us here in Fresno. 13-mile-an-hour winds at that time. Also see a few more clouds out there. Got some high-level moisture that we have to talk about that's going to bring about that cloud cover. It's part of our next weather maker. It's also going to bring a little bit of precip to the mountains. I'll explain coming up.
All right, now, timeout 5:02. A live look now from New York this morning as we're learning more about the deadly attack in Midtown Manhattan. 4 people are dead. A 5th is in critical condition. Police say the gunman has a Las Vegas address and traveled across the country by car before arriving in New York City yesterday. The shooter entered the lobby of the office building along Park Avenue and opened fire, killing a New York police officer and 2 others before taking the elevator to the 33rd floor, where he killed another person, then himself. We're told the officer killed was an immigrant from Bangladesh who was married with 2 young children and a 3rd on the way.
He was doing the job that we asked him to do. He put himself in harm's way. He made the ultimate sacrifice, shot in cold blood, wearing a uniform that stood for the promise that he made to this city. He died as he lived, a hero.
Police believe this is an isolated attack and that there is no other threat to the public. We're learning more about the accused shooter's past. According to our sister station in Las Vegas, 27-year-old Shane Tamura was a licensed private investigator. He had a concealed carry permit that was issued back in June of 2022. In addition to weapons and ammunition, police say they also found medication in his car. While it's unclear what that medication was for, investigators say he had a history of mental health issues. According to police in New York, they found a suicide note in his pocket claiming that he had CTE, which is a brain disease that's linked to head trauma. Sources say that he was a competitive football player when he was younger. CTE is commonly associated with football players. Studies show that repeated hits to the head raise the risk of developing the disease. While a motive is still not clear, the NFL's offices are on the 5th floor of the tower that was attacked. And we're hearing from witnesses in the area when that shooting happened.
When I heard all these loud bangs, no idea what it was. Turned around, I thought like the ceiling was going to collapse or something. I turned around, all these people were like running.
All of a sudden, just a rush of people were running past me, and more so than just a couple of people. So I took my headphones off and somebody said gunshots, shooting.
Yesterday's attack marks the 254th mass shooting in the U.S. this year, according to data from the Gun Violence Archive, which is a nonprofit that tracks gun-related violence. And in Nevada, 3 people are dead this morning following a shooting outside of a casino in Reno. Police say 6 people in total were shot yesterday morning. 2 remain in critical condition. 1 person has since been released from the hospital. Police say the shooter walked up to the valet area of the Grand Sierra Resort, pulled out a handgun and shot at a group of people. Officers then say the man ran through the parking lot and exchanged fire with an armed casino security guard. Officers got to the scene less than 3 minutes after that shooting began.
Reno police officers arrived on scene and located the suspect, where he fired upon officers striking a patrol vehicle. An officer-involved shooting then occurred. Multiple officers from the Reno Police Department discharged their firearms, striking the suspect.
Police say the accused gunman was taken into custody and taken to a hospital where he is last listed in critical condition. People inside the hotel at the time of the shooting are detailing the chaos they say they experienced.
They know which way to go, and there's a lot of children in here too. And the children will scream, and the parents are trying to calm them down.
Once everything kind of rolled out, it was complete chaos. My children, they were crying, and there was no response from the people that are supposed to come and help us.
The Sierra Grande Resort issued a statement reading in part that it is heartbroken by the senseless violence that happened in the parking area. It says that its thoughts are with the victims and those affected by the tragic incident. Officials say that the accused shooter had no clear link to the victims, and they are now working to figure out a motive in that shooting.
Right, time is 5:06. Getting a look at the forecast now. So still got that trough kind of hanging on. They're just really kind of over Northern California, but kind of sliding into the central part of the state here. And that's supposed to be breaking up here soon enough here, but it's kind of getting a little overpowered by some developing high pressure kind of over Utah right now. But that's kind of pushing in, and that's going to help get our temperatures really back to and just a little above normal today and really for the rest of the week. Got a little bit of low pressure here that's going to push in some high level moisture and also contribute to some upper level moisture in the Sierra Nevada mountains. So let's take a look at that and show you what's going on. We are expecting a little bit of precip there. It's possible each afternoon through the rest of the week, but the best chance for any activity, at least in our area, is going to be about tomorrow afternoon, mainly in the northern Sierra, but we'll see a little bit in the central Sierra. There's a slight chance of thunder, lightning, rain, hail, slight chance of all that happening. If anything, it's probably just going to be a little bit of rain up in the higher elevations. They're kind of the same deal until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Maybe some sporadic chances here and there Thursday and Friday, but not as much as we're going to see tomorrow. Wind speeds are going to be a factor today, not so much right now. We're looking at 9-mile-an-hour winds tops in Lemoore at the moment. Everybody else is below that, but later on today, we're going to pick up peak winds next 24 hours, likely in the latter parts of the day into the evening there, getting up to 20 miles an hour out in Los Banos, and then about 10 to 15 miles an hour everywhere else across the valley. Mariposa even getting 15-mile-an-hour winds there, and then maybe just 5-mile-an-hour winds across the rest of the Sierra. Humidity, that's going down as well as high pressure picks up. So we're down to 38% today. Yesterday we were in the 40s. Today we're at 38%. At its lowest, down to 17%. So it's going to start to get a little dry around here as well. And that could be dangerous with the wind speeds picking up too. Tonight we'll rebound to 45%. The dew point will be at 44 degrees. All right, next 3 days look like this. Fairly normal out there, at least temperature-wise. We're at 98 today, 97 tomorrow, 98 Thursday. That is the normal high this time of year. And then we're in the 60s overnight. We'll see a few clouds out there today, and wind speeds will hold steady through tomorrow. Looks like 5 to 10 mile-an-hour wind speeds going for us tomorrow as well. Up next, we're going to get a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
Time now 5:08. The Fresno Mission thrift store CEO is now pleading for the public's help after a fire damaged property and destroyed hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of donations at the facility. That fire broke out Sunday in the gated lot of Fresno Mission's thrift store near Sierra and Herndon. CEO Matt Dildine says that this is the third fire in 3 weeks and the only fires in the store's 15-year history. An investigation is now underway into the series of fires, which Dildine says he believes are intentional and targeted acts.
We don't really know why this has happened. And regardless, we just want it to stop happening. Our thrift store exists as one of the tools that we have that generates profits that we put right back into feeding, sheltering, helping people with addiction. And so for us, it's critically important as part of our overall annual budget.
Dildine is now asking the public to consider donating used goods, especially clothing, to help recuperate the product losses. He's also asking that people shop at the Fresno Mission stores, and if you can, please give financially to help get the mission through this time of difficulty and recovery. A child with special needs is now safe with his family this morning after police found him wandering in southeast Fresno. Yesterday morning, police received calls about a child standing in the street wearing a t-shirt and underwear. This was near Shields and Armstrong. When officers arrived, they determined the boy was nonverbal. This prompted officers to conduct a door-to-door search in the area to reunite the boy with his family. And following an extensive search, the boy was reunited with them. Now, the family says that the home does have alarms and locks, but the boy still managed to get out. Nobody was cited for the incident. Dozens of states are once again rallying together in a legal battle against the Trump administration. Why the Democratic-led states are suing the White House and what they accuse the administration of trying to do. The U.S. now planning to destroy millions of dollars worth of contraceptives. Who that medicine was intended for and why the U.S. will no longer be providing that aid.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.